This episode is a special. This is my way of saying thank you, kapatid, for the love, the support, and the time you've spent on Lex in Motion. Halos 3,000 na tayo sa community, and my heart is full. At the end of this episode, I have a gift for you. Even if you're here for the very first time, okay lang. I still have a gift for you. Just make sure you'll watch until the very end of this episode. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the precise steps to instantly improve your handwriting for law school and in the bar exams. I'll be sharing with you the right tools to use, how to hold and write with your fountain pen, and some writing exercises that have helped me over the years. I'll also be sharing with you some tips on how to take care of your weapon and what to do when your fountain pen stops writing. Coming right up. Hi, my name is Lex and welcome to Lex in Motion. In this channel, I'll be helping you build your competence, confidence, and capability in law school. Start today by hitting the subscribe button below. New videos are posted every Friday. Puhunan ng magandang sulat sa law school, kapatid, as I've been told during my freshman orientation many years ago. Be kind to your examiner and your examiner will be kind to you. Mas ganado talaga silang magbasa ng sagot kung maganda or at the very least, malinis ang sulat mo. The same thing is true for your classroom notes. If your doodles and scribbles are exactly that, kalkal chicken, gaganahan ka bang balikan at aralin to? Full and honest disclosure time. The products I'll be mentioning in this video are products that I use for myself. I am not connected with any of them and I was not paid to express my opinion on them. Step 1 is to start with the right tools. Aminado naman ako na hindi maganda ang sulat ko sa V5 at sa G-Tech. But with the right tools, you can make your penmanship transform. Hindi naman nalalayo yan sa crush mo na tinataya ang ganda sa contour stick at blending. Aamin ako na hindi maganda ang sulat ko, but with the right tools ay disente yan. As I've mentioned on our episode on the hidden costs of law school, my recommended fountain pen is the Schiffer Calligraphy Fine. In case you missed this video, I'll be linking to it in the description below. The Schiffer Calligraphy Fine has been my daily driver for the last 7 years. It can come in a single package like this or a pack of 3. The 3-pack pen features the medium, the fine, and the bold. Magkakaibang thickness yan, kapatid, and they serve different purposes. For example, when I am signing important documents, I usually do it with the medium in blue ink. For security reasons na rin kasi una, mahirap hanapin ang blue na gamit ko. And assuming na mapa-photocopy yan, alam lahat ng kausap ko na blue talaga ako pumirma. The bold nib I use for envelopes ng mga inaanak, mga binibinyagan at mga ina-attendan naming kasal. The Schiffer Calligraphy Fine comes only in one color, red. Tiyagain mo na, kapatid, kasi sulit naman ang performance. When I first got it, around 380 pesos lang. And over the years, tumaas na. The last I heard, nasa almost 600 pesos na daw. The Schiffer Calligraphy Fine comes with 2 ink capsules. Pero walang pump or piston refill. Walang problema dyan, kapatid, and I'll show you why in a minute. The Schiffer Calligraphy Fine is reliable and I've been using the same ones for years now. Typically, dito sila bumibigay. Right where the clip joins the cap. Dito madalas lumulutong at nagkakaroon ng crack. When you have a crack, you can easily repair this with a piece of duct tape. Wala nang leak yan. The second point of failure is the rubber seal. This rubber seal prevents the ink from your pen from leaking out. Pag may konting singaw na yan, chances are magkakaroon yan ng tinta dito sa rubber grip at madudumihan ng kamay mo kada labas mo. This has been the complaint of my wife with her Schiffers. Madalas mangyari to kapag pinupwersa mo yung pagsara. No need to really push down, kapatid. If you hear a click, that's it. Pag pinipilit mo kasi besi ang gusto mo, ay doon tayo madalas nagkakasakitan. If you have the money to spend, then you can buy the Lamy Safari. I got my first Lamy Safari about 2 years ago and they have replaced my sheafers as the frontliners. The sheafers give me a usable life of about 4 to 6 years of daily use. Pero I cannot vouch for the Lamy Safari kasi nga 2 years ko palang gamit. When you get your Lamy Safari, pauuwiin ka na may magandang paper bag at box. Within this box is another box syempre and some tools including a piston refill system and disposable ink cartridges. The disposable ink cartridges can be refilled and later on in this video I'll show you how. The problem with piston refilling is the capacity. Saktong maghapong sulat ko lang to. And that includes office scribbles and doodles at mga classroom notes. Daily ang refill ko dito at hassle na siya sa akin. Personally, I recommend that you use the disposable ink cartridges. Halos doble ang capacity nito, kapatid. The ink inside the free ink is almost usually dried up. So I simply wash it out. Banlawan mo lang. Your first step should be to use a syringe to suck it out and then clean it. Let the cartridge air dry. Usually, overnight lang ay G na, kapatid. My recommendation is to throw this out. Huwag kang manghihinayang kasi baka ma-disappoint ka sa pagsulat gamit ang fountain pen. Hindi mo magugustuhan ang sulat, hindi dahil pangit ang Safari, kundi dahil palyado ang sulat kasi pangit nga yung ink. When you buy your Lamy Safari, it'll write like a V5. The original nib is always a round nib, available in fine, medium, and bold. My personal recommendation is to buy the Lamy 1.1 mm. This is a calligraphy nib and the nib is a stub nib, yung flat yung ulo. It'll give you a nice consistent stroke all across the board. If you happen to buy the 1.1 mm nib with the Lamy Safari, ask the sales lady to change out the nib for you. Kung minalas ka at hindi mo sabay nabili, here's what you're going to do. Kumuha ka ng konting scotch tape and attach it to your original nib. Give it a little gentle pull and it should pop right off. Take your 1.1 mm nib and gently, very gently, slide it in place. There's going to be a soft click. Now, you're ready to go. The Lamy Safari costs about 1,400 to 1,700 pesos. Depende sa anong finish ang gusto mo. The clear one works for me because it reminds me of an older pen I have. Then the nib itself, the 1.1 mm is about 750 pesos. So ang total ng pen is about 2,100 to 2,500. Depende kung saan ka bibili. But let me tell you, kapatid, that this is probably the only pen you'll need for the bar exams and beyond. Ang madalas na kinamamatay sa akin ng mga fountain pen ay yung nawawala sa classroom. Ingat lang and they'll serve you for many years to come. The Lamy Safari is more expensive but I like it more. Ramdam ko kasi ang kaunlaran sa buhay sa bawat hagod ng sulat. More importantly, it's more forgiving than the sheafer calligraphy fine. Sa panik at kainitan ng final exams, chances are ay manggigigil ka at madidiinan mo ang sulat mo. That's the biggest no-no pagdating sa pagsulat sa fountain pen. Sa gigil mo, hindi yan naaandar ng maayos. The sheafer calligraphy fine will punish you for panicking during the exam. The Lamy Safari is a bit more forgiving. Kahit medyo nadidiinan mo ay game lang siya. Aandar pa rin yan ng maayos. This characteristic is a huge advantage for me. And it's the reason why I am willing to pay for 3 times the price. Dito pa lang sulit ka na. Now the second tool you'll need to improve your handwriting is going to be your ink. I've tried a lot of inks, especially nung binata pa ako. The Parker Quink is very overpriced. Malaki daw ang markup ng National Bookstore, kaya yan ang malakas nilang i-push. My experience with Parker is that it does not dry up quickly. Kahit Quink ang pangalan ay nagsasmudge pa rin yan. This is a very huge disadvantage for us left-handed writers. Also, the Quink has a tendency to fade to dark blue and almost yellow after 3 to 4 years. Ang ilang classroom notes ko from 8 years ago ay halos di ko na mabasa. The same is true for Lamy inks. Una, mahal sila. Pangalawa, they do not dry up as quickly. After an intense case digesting session, ang mga kamay ko ay kamay na ng mekaniko. Lakas ng smudge. If you're right-handed, this should not be an issue. The ink does not fade as quickly as the Parker Quink. Kung meron ka pa ng dalawang brands na to kapatid, I suggest that you use them now as often as possible para maubos na lang. Now my personal recommendation is the Schiefer Script. It's inexpensive and the blacks stay black even after 3 to 4 years. The colors do not fade for me and the notes are as vibrant as the day I wrote them. One bottle lasts for the entire semester. Pero partida nga na ito rin ang gamit ko for law school and all work-related notes I do. Sometimes I use the Schiefer Script for sketching and ink lines when I draw. Mura lang to kapatid, expect to pay less than 500 pesos. Its biggest pro for me is the drying time. I'm not saying na zero smudges tayo dito kapatid. The blotting and smudging is controlled by a lot of variables including paper quality and the speed of writing, but it's greatly minimized. Step 2 is to master the basics of using a fountain pen. The fountain pen does not work like your pencil, your V5 or other rollerball pens. It's a precision instrument for precise handwriting. Ang lapis at V5 kapatid ay parang chalk yan. The more na didiinan mo, the bolder the stroke and the clearer the lines. Sa fountain pen on the other hand, you need to be gentle. You have to hold it like you would hold a brush, a paint brush. No pressure is needed kapatid. All you have to do is find the grip you're comfortable with and hold it like a brush. Katulad nung una kong binanggit, do not press on the pen and onto the paper even if you're panicking. Lalong papangit ang sulat mo kapatid, kalkal chicken na nga ay laktaw-laktaw pa. Also, I am not going to discuss the mechanics of actually writing with your shoulder. I'm going to assume na since elementary ka, meron ka ng physics ng pagsusulat. It's going to be much too late in the day to change that. Especially kung magbabar exam ka na. What I'm going to share now are the writing tips and exercises you'll need to work on. Step 3. Practice using your fountain pen. Use your fountain pen for everything. I use it for work, for the things I have to do. I use it to write my life goals every day. Fountain pen din ang gamit ko sa paglilista ng mga dapat bilhin sa palengke, anong gusto kong ulam sa loob ng isang linggo. Fountain pen ang gamit ko sa mga love letters ko sa aking ex-girlfriend na misis ko na ngayon. Fountain pen ang gamit ko sa pagsusulat ng script or outline ng mga videos na pinapanood mo dito. Cursive tayo kapatid kasi ang sulat engineering or architect, madalas aangat ang fountain pen from the paper. The lifting causes ink blots that may make your penmanship very messy. Malayong mabilis din ng cursive kasi kapag inipon mo lahat ng milliseconds ng lift mo, over the course of a few hours ay makakabuo ka rin ng ilang minuto. I still write in print for concepts, terms, and keywords that require emphasis. Although cursive is not required in law school, malayo kasing mabilis to at practical. Your first touch with the fountain pen is going to be very awkward, parang balik grade 1 ka kapatid. An excellent penmanship begins with the unconditional surrender that your present handwriting is awful and that you'll need to work at it every day, every single day. Hold your pen in a comfortable grip and make sure you're writing with the shiny side up. Most modern nibs will be able to make a finer line when you write with the black side up. We'll work on that later. Start by writing vertical lines on your Cattleya yellow pad. Bakit Cattleya? Kasi absorbent at maaasahan. Start slowly and just connect the horizontal lines. Be gentle and practice a smooth stroke. Do not apply pressure. Do not squeeze your fountain pen. Just let the fountain pen do the work. Next, draw diagonal lines for your fountain pen. Start from the bottom and work your way down. Loop and then down. Up, loop, and down. This will help you familiarize yourself with the fountain pen, how it works. After that, baliktarin mo. Start ka sa baba and work your way up. The upstroke will help you practice letters like L, D, and T. Next writing exercise is to write a lot of M's. Parang yung birds na dinodrawing mo nung elementary ka. Do not lift the pen. One stroke lang muna. and then lift for the next line. This will help you expand your range with a fountain pen. Next, baliktarin mo lang kapatid and start writing with W's naman. Now take those same strokes and start writing figures of 8s, dugtong-dugtong. I know this will seem awkward at first, but you'll get there kapatid. You'll want to do this with large strokes, working your way until you get to a level na pino. The figure of 8s will also help you check the quality of your fountain pen. Fair test kasi to kasi hagip niya lahat ng combinations ng cursive penmanship. Kung sa figure of 8 ay sumasabit ang fountain pen, chances are there's something wrong. I'll show you how to troubleshoot your fountain pen later. Those are the precise steps I did over 8 years ago to improve my handwriting. My present handwriting helps me score at least 10% better during my exams. May positive comments from time to time and one professor even asked me to come to her table and write again. I told her na nasa fountain pen po yan, ma'am. Mas ganado lang kasing magbasa ng test booklet ang examiner kung malinis ang sulat mo kapatid kesa dun sa classmate mong barbet nga pero ang sulat niya ay Chinese characters. I can stop here kapatid, practice writing with your fountain pen. Use them to write anything and you'll eventually improve. Learn the vertical strokes, the M's and the W's, later on the figure of 8s. You'll eventually get there, but let me continue and share with you the best practices, how to take care of your fountain pen and what to do if your fountain pen stops writing. When you start writing with your fountain pen, write with nice large letters. Ang professors natin ay minsan ding naging law students. Over the years or decades ay lumabo na ang mga mata niyan. Kahit ang mga salamin nila ay singkapal ng pog slammer, hirap pa rin niyang magbasa. So tip number 1 is to write with large letters and always skip a line after every paragraph. Large letters are easy on the eyes. Lakihan mo kapatid. Do not make sharp strokes whenever possible. Always loop your characters. When I started writing with a fountain pen, I would always add flourishes or the curves sa end ng words kasi malinis tignan. I still do that for important documents and love letters, for example. Pero for exam purposes ay hindi na kasi tipid din yan ng oras. Remember, yung milliseconds na yan kapag naipon ay uuwi rin yan ng minutes. Isa sa mga pinaka-common na objection sa paggamit ng fountain pen ay mabagal daw. Una kapatid, bibilis ka rin pero may limit ang speed mo. At some point hindi mo na mabibilisan pa without sacrificing your quality. Naiintindihan ko yan kapatid. I use my relatively slow handwriting to my advantage. This is called thinking fast and slow. Dahil medyo mabagal akong magsulat, I am able to compose my sentences correctly, with precision, and with the fewest possible words. This allows me to give a complete, concise, and brief answer to every exam question. Mukhang aralang mga sagot ko kasi I'm able to take my time to phrase them properly. I've discussed more of this on a previous video and I'll leave a link down below. When your fountain pen runs out of ink, remove the cap. Unscrew the barrel section, take the cartridge out and wipe it off with a kitchen towel or Kleenex. Then take an 18-gauge needle, yung mataba, and fill it up with ink, about 1.5 to 3 ml, kasi yan lang naman ang kasya. The 18-gauge needle is important because it minimizes air bubbles. Air bubbles will cause your fountain pen to skip. Fill it up slowly and make sure to wipe everything down. Test your fountain pen by wiping the nib just to make sure the ink is coming out consistently. Over the course of a few months, your fountain pen will inevitably pick up some debris from your paper, your notebook, or your exam booklet. Yang maninipis na hibla na yan na parang buhok ng mangga will clog your fountain pen. Magbabara yan. My recommendation is to remove the cap, remove the barrel section, and take your fountain pen under the sink. Hayaan mo lang madaanan ng tubig kapatid. Keep it low sa lababo para iwas talsik. Kasi medyo mahirap linisin yan pag natuyo. Sometimes, if a pen has not been used for a year, binababad ko na to sa plastic container with a few drops of Joy dishwashing detergent. Babad mo lang for a few hours at banlawan mo after. Let it air dry for a few hours. Kung nagmamadali kang matuyo, itapat mo lang yan sa likod ng CPU or sa exhaust ng laptop mo. Ay 1 oras lang tuyo na. Tulad ng damdamin ng jowa mong madalas mo nang tinatanggihan. Exceptions. Huwag mong ibababad ang fountain pen kung clear acrylic ang finish. Halimbawa, etong Lamy Safari na clear. Soaking it overnight will cause it to lose some or all of its shiny finish. Hindi ako maselan sa itsura ng fountain pen, and that's why I can live with it fading a little. Every now and then, you will find your hands and fingers with stains of fountain pen ink. Ang pinakamabisang pangtanggal ay ang Joy dishwashing detergent at isang sponge. Isang patak lang ay kaya ang tinta ng sangkatutak. What to do if your fountain pen stops working? If you're in class and your fountain pen for whatever reason ay biglang ayaw na lang magsulat, don't panic kapatid. Remove the cap and unscrew the barrel section. Check if you still have ink. Oo kapatid, ilang beses na nangyari sa akin to. That's why it becomes part of my exam week ritual to clean all of my fountain pens with water and refill the ink. Minsan kasi may namumuo na tinta sa loob ng cartridge at akala mo lang may laman pa pero wala na. Second, make sure that the ink cartridge is seated properly. Kung may laman naman, just make sure that it's attached securely. Ito naman ang problema ng Schiffer calligraphy fountain pens. It does not happen often pero dahil siguro sa grip ko ay umaangat yan minsan. Finally, if your fountain pen does not write, clean it with water using the steps I've outlined before. Wash it down with water and refill with fresh ink. Aandar na yan. Other notes for you kapatid, do not drop your fountain pen. Treat your investment with a little care and they will take care of you for many years to come. If you accidentally drop your fountain pen, make sure the tines of the nib are aligned correctly. Sila ang mga piraso ng bakal sa dulo ng nib. Writing with a fountain pen takes months of practice. Nagsipag akong mag-notes nung first year ako kasi nga gusto ko talagang gumanda ang sulat ko. Many years later, napapakinabangan ko pa rin ng handwritten, hardbound classroom notes ko. Don't worry if your handwriting sucks right now. You'll have to play through the bad moments and eventually, kapatid, you will get better. Don't think of copying someone else's handwriting as your default font. Matagal-tagal ka pa sa law school, malayo-layo pa ang bar exams. You'll have plenty of time to find your inner voice, your font, and your handwriting. Once you decide to use a fountain pen, ay pamigay mo na lahat ng V5 mo at GTech mo. Burn all of your bridges and never ever look back. Commitment talaga. Yung tipong wala ka nang babalikan. With practice, gaganda ang kalkal chicken na sulat mo. Now for the gift. The Lex in Motion community has grown so much and I am honestly overwhelmed with all the love and support I receive from you. My heart is full kapatid and thank you so much for being here. I have partnered with a small printing company to help run an online store for law school statement shirts and graphic tees. It's opening tonight and I'll have a link below for you to follow. For the first 24 hours of this video, for the first 24 hours of the opening of the store, all of your orders, lahat ng order mo will come with a free Lex in Motion t-shirt. Buy a shirt until 6 p.m. of September 1 and you'll get this one for free. Kung 4 ang binili mo, 4 ang libre mo. Kung wala pa ang allowance mo kapatid ay okay lang. Tweet the link, share it on Instagram, copy it on your Facebook account, and ask your friends, all of your friends to buy a shirt. Hingin mo na lang sa kanila yung free. Thank you so much for watching. Salamat at tinabot mo ang ending. If you have comments or questions on your fountain pen, usap tayo below. Like and share this video for good law school karma and I'll see you next Friday.